like we talked about, you can only get so much out of that turn, right? And when you try to hit that turn so much faster, you actually don't even come close because you don't connect with that rut. You know, even like your second one, Mitch, you rush that turn a little and then you're sliding off that face, you know? Depending on what the jump is, there's not much consequences in this jump, which is a good thing, you know, and it allows you to learn like, okay, I want more out of this turn, but it's still soft. I really have to connect right here. Yeah, it's very tight, so you rush it. Same thing that was happening over there. It wants to come off and then your back end sliding so much, where if you're down here in the bottom, that bike's gonna drive a lot more, so that rear shock's gonna get more compressed and it's gonna give you a little bit more height. Like you came close a few times. Even Kason, you got pretty close a couple other times, right? But you really have to build right through here. You know, you have to carry enough momentum. The more you stop, the harder it is to build. And Josh, you're still kind of mid RPMs, right? Where we want to hear that bike really rev, like Noah go and Josh go, just so you guys can hear the difference. Both 250Fs, just because Mitch was on a 450 there, you were on a 250, so it's a little bit different. Both KTMs as well. So listen to the difference between their bike off the face. See where Josh actually was way better through the turn, right? But what did you hear his power? Ooh, right? And Noah, which one was your best one? The last one, right? The first one, you're way too aggressive. Second one, you're still a little too aggressive, where you're still grabbing that edge a little bit. And the last one, you're right here, where your bike could get the most traction, the RPMs, and really drive that rear wheel to the ground and that rear shock to the ground to compress and get that unload. Where your first one was really good where you were at, you're right where you needed to be to get aggressive, you just never get aggressive, right here. Right? Instead of right here, use that clutch a little bit to really get those revs up, right? If you're just rolling that power on, it just, whoa, right? And even if you roll it on, at least roll it on to get aggressive. But a little bit of clutch right there is gonna benefit you to get where you're in the meat of the power. And you saw the difference, right? 3 different runs, the outcomes were 3 different, you know? The first one you slid so much, you might've been in the hay bales if this was a real track. So.